Right here, down. Protect your out. We put the work in. Let's finish. Let's do this. Family, I'll do 1, 2, 3.
You see, we dream chase, because that's all we was given to start with. Then we realized the dream was obtainable. Now look at us.
What's going on? This is the Main Thing Podcast, and I'm your man, Big Gus, the one you trust to bring you all your Philadelphia Eagles latest. Hey, today we're diving into the latest injury updates ahead of the Week 3 matchup against the Los Angeles Rams. We're going to break down who's in, who's limited, who's full, and what it all means for the Eagles in this upcoming game. But before we jump into that, please make sure that you're liking, commenting, you're subscribed to the channel so you don't miss when me and Mr. Owens hit you on the head with these videos. Now, first up, the Eagles have officially released now their third injury report with notable D linemen like Byron Young, who are listed as DMPs. He has now been upgraded to a full participant. He was dealing with a forehead laceration. Confused on how that happened, but things happen in this crazy world. But it appears that he'll be available for us on Sunday. Some limited participants on Thursday who have been upgraded to full. You had Dallas Goedert, who previously tried to play in the Week 2 matchup, but was held out by the trainers. We've been watching him closely, and it appears that he got cleared to play for Sunday. So having him back is a fantastic sign. I'm sure Saquon Barkley would really appreciate that because Dallas Goedert's an all-around tight end. Yes, he's an option in the pass game, but in the run game, he gives us a lot. And Saquon's numbers jump exponentially when Dallas Goedert's on the field. A limited participant who we know will still be out, but good to see him on the field. A little ahead of schedule is Will Shipley. He saw his first practice this week, his first couple of practices this week. If he continues to progress the way he is, maybe he's available on Sunday. Even if he does dress, I don't expect Will Shipley to be getting any touches. Want to slow roll him back. We want to make sure that he's here with the Philadelphia Eagles for the long run. No reason to put him in the fray, especially knowing that we have A.J. Dillon, Saquon Barkley, the new addition of Tank Bigsby. So we have some options. We don't really have to lean on Will Shipley too heavy right now. You had Tanner McKee, who is also a limited participant, but good to see him back out there. Now, whether he remains the backup quarterback, that's still uncertain. We want to see him get cleared, but just to see him out there after being out so long, kind of knocking off the rust, it's always a good sign. Worst case scenario going into this Week 3 matchup, he will be an emergency quarterback if called upon. Hopefully he's not called upon in that fashion. That would not be good for the Eagles. But some folks I said were full participants. And you had Jalen Carter, who's upgraded to a full participant after being out Wednesday, a little bit of Thursday. Standout defensive tackle is expected to start, and we'll kind of keep an eye on him. Vic Fangio had kind of brought up some of his conditioning and how he wanted JC to kind of get better in that area. If you go back and watch, or rewatch the game, I should say, or watch the game if you hadn't watched it, kind of see JC taking a couple plays off. So I don't know if that's due to him being out. As we know, he didn't practice a lot during training camp and things of that nature, dealing with a shoulder injury. And sometimes it takes players just a little bit to kind of get back in the swing of things. As you said, we mentioned Dallas Goedert, full participant. Great to have him back. Byron Young, full participant. He's been showing up for the Eagles, so you want to see him back on the field. Now, a little rookie spotlight. Some guy who's been getting some love. Second week in the NFL, already turning heads, gaining some notoriety. That's Jahad Campbell. Some positive news. Rookie Jahad Campbell, after 2 weeks, he's ranked as the 9th highest graded linebacker in the league, according to PFF, with a grade of 83.7. Hey, y'all, we might have a young star in this man. We might have a couple young stars on that defense, and that shout out to Howie Roseman and Jeff Lurie and Vic Fangio in the scouting department of going out and finding these players and finding players that come in and would fit the scheme and system and culture that we have going on. We continue to find these young players. They continue to thrive, man. So shout out to him. Campbell was solid in coverage, only allowing 1 reception for 4 yards on 2 targets. He also recorded 3 tackles, including a crucial stop against Patrick Mahomes. Look, didn't make splash plays in week 2, but still made his presence felt. His run defense grade is also very impressive at a 73. That's over the league average. Make him a key player on this season, man. The sky's the limit for this kid. Congrats to you, Jahad Campbell. Keep up the good work. Yeah, he's definitely a star in the making. Now, as far as some roster moves, Eagles have now brought back a familiar face in Kenyon Green. We signed him to the active roster late Wednesday. If you hadn't heard, Green was originally part of the C.J. Gardner-Johnson trade with the Houston Texans. We had been shuffling around on the roster a little bit earlier in camp due to some injuries, so we kind of let him go, signed him, let him go several times, but he's back on the roster. While it's unclear if he'll really play on Sunday, this move suggests that the staff still sees some potential in him. And at the end of the day, when you think about it, our O-line is a little banged up right now. Landon Dickerson dealing with a knee injury, dealing with a lower back injury. Now, we all know Landon, he's a soldier. He's going to thug it out as best he can. But just in case things kind of go left and he has to step out of the game in week 3 for whatever the reason, we brought in a Kenyon Green to give us, like I said, that added depth. He's a former first-round pick. The potential is there. You know, we just kind of got to whip him into shape. So we'll see how that goes. But Kenyon Green will be back on the 53-man roster. Once again, hopefully we do not see him. If we're seeing him, that means things aren't going well for Landon and possibly someone on the offensive line. So, look, in summary, Eagles facing some key injury concerns, but we are optimistic about them all. Some of our major contributors, like Jalen Carter and Dallas Goedert, will be available for us. The return of players like Will Shipley may give the offense a little boost. Like I said, I don't expect Will Shipley to get a ton of touches, if any touches at all, but just to have him available in the game is a plus. Campbell development continues to shine. Like I said, this is a young star in the making. I really can't wait to see what the future has in store for him. Now, stay tuned for our Eagles-Rams game preview. Me and Mr. Owens are going to do that more than likely tomorrow. So keep your ears to the street, and, you know what I mean, your eyes peeled, you know what I mean? Look out for that, John. We got y'all. Hit y'all with a couple predictions, you know, maybe a couple keys to victory, how the Eagles can pull this thing out. I hope everyone's having a great week, going into a great weekend where the Eagles come out victorious, baby. This is the Main Thing Podcast. If you don't know, I go by Big Huss, where we keep the main thing the main thing. Stay locked in, stay focused, stay blessed. Continue to support your Eagles, and the Main Thing Podcast presents. Till next time, flag will fly till we die.
It was I was gonna make a lot of money doing what I wanted to do. I went after it, and it was a struggle to achieve it. But you know what? I caught that bitch. Dream chasing.